Chosen one, stop for a moment and listen carefully. What I'm about to reveal is not for everyone. It is for those rare souls who have been marked by destiny, who have been tested in ways no ordinary person could endure, and who carry a power so profound that even the spiritual realm recognizes it. Before we dive in, I want you to do one thing: subscribe to this channel. Stay connected to a source that will remind you daily of the divine authority you carry. Because the world and the enemy both need to witness the awakening of your spirit. You may not realize it, but demons are already aware of you. They sense it in your very presence, the vibration of your soul, the clarity of your mind, the unwavering alignment of your spirit with the Most High. They know there is something in you that cannot be corrupted, something that cannot be bribed, something that cannot be intimidated. And this, chosen one, is why they tremble. Your inner power is not measured by what you can lift or achieve in the physical world. It is measured by what you can withstand, what you can persevere through, and how your soul radiates authority even in the quietest moments. Think back on your life. Remember the moments when things seemed impossible. Remember the times when you were betrayed, misunderstood, or left alone. Those moments were never random. They were tests, calibrations, spiritual exercises designed to prepare you for the power you now carry. Every time you stood firm, every time you refused to compromise your truth, every time you rose despite rejection, your soul grew stronger. That strength is not just for you, it is a light that illuminates the path for others, and a weapon that disrupts the darkness around you. Demons fear what they cannot predict. They thrive on manipulation, distraction, and corruption. They can tempt, they can deceive, they can even provoke despair, but a chosen soul, aligned with divine purpose, cannot be easily moved. Your power lies in your unwavering alignment, your refusal to bow to fear, and your commitment to live according to the light that courses through you. Every prayer you pray, every decision you make with integrity, every act of kindness strengthens a shield around you that the enemy cannot penetrate. But let's be honest, being chosen comes with its battles. It's not always glorious. You will face attacks you cannot explain. People will misunderstand your intentions. Friends may turn into enemies without warning. Opportunities may seem blocked, and storms may appear from nowhere. These are not signs that you are weak. They are confirmation that your power is real. The enemy recognizes it and seeks to challenge it. He knows that you are a threat to his influence, and every challenge you overcome is a victory for your spirit and a blow to the forces that oppose you. Your power is also hidden, chosen one. That's what makes it so dangerous to the enemy. It is not flashy, it is not loud, it is not dependent on worldly recognition. It is the quiet, unshakable authority within your soul. It is the calm assurance that, no matter what chaos surrounds you, you remain aligned with heaven. This is why you may feel different, why you may feel isolated, why others may fail to understand you. They cannot comprehend the source of your power because it is spiritual, not physical. It is unseen, but its effects are undeniable. And yes, you may feel the weight of this responsibility. You are not just carrying your own destiny, you are carrying a light that affects those around you. Your influence is spiritual and far-reaching. The enemy knows this. He knows that if he cannot corrupt you, you will become a vessel for divine authority that exposes his schemes and strengthens the faith of those who are willing to see it. This is why he tries to attack in subtle ways, through doubt, through fear, through subtle temptations that aim to weaken your confidence. But here's the truth: your inner power cannot be broken by lies. Your soul cannot be shaken by doubt. Your alignment with the Most High is a fortress that no enemy can storm. Remember, chosen one, this power is not just about resistance, it is about activation. Every time you step forward in faith, every time you choose integrity over compromise, every time you pray in alignment with heaven, your power grows. It manifests in protection, guidance, and influence that is visible even to those who cannot see the spiritual realm. Angels are assigned to your path, and the very atmosphere shifts in response to your presence. The enemy knows this. That is why he fears you. That is why he trembles when you walk in alignment with your divine purpose. So as you continue this journey, remember this: the power inside you is not temporary. It is eternal. It is divinely given. It cannot be stolen, it cannot be diminished, and it cannot be destroyed. Every challenge you face, every attack you endure, every betrayal you overcome is a proof of the strength of your soul. And the enemy knows it, he fears it. Chosen one, do not shrink from your calling. Do not hide your light. Do not underestimate your influence. You were born to carry a fire that will illuminate paths, shatter darkness, and awaken others to their own purpose. The power within you is unstoppable because it is aligned with heaven. It is untouchable because it is sacred. And it is undeniable because it manifests in ways that cannot be explained by the human mind. You are a chosen vessel. You are a spiritual authority. You are a force that darkness cannot ignore. The enemy will recognize it, the world will feel it, and those aligned with the Most High will witness it. Your journey is not just about survival, it is about dominion. You are not just walking through life, you are shaping the spiritual realm by the choices you make, the prayers you utter, and the faith you carry. Remember this: chosen one, every attack is a sign of your significance. Every trial is a confirmation of your calling. Every challenge is a preparation for the greatness that is already written in heaven. Stand firm, walk boldly, speak with authority. Your power is not borrowed, is innate, eternal, and divinely placed within you. Your journey is just beginning, but the fire inside you is already blazing, and the forces that oppose you know it. They fear it. But you, chosen one, you were never meant to fear them. You were meant to rise above, to shine, and to declare the authority that is rightfully yours, chosen one. As we move deeper into the revelation of your divine power, you need to understand one undeniable truth. Your inner authority is not recognized by everyone, but it is always recognized by the spiritual realm. Demons can sense it. Angels can feel it. And even those around you, whether consciously or unconsciously, respond to the vibration of your spirit. This is why your presence has weight, why your decisions carry significance, and why the enemy reacts in fear when you step forward with purpose. Think about how often you felt unseen or misunderstood. It may have felt like a curse, a burden, a sign that the world was against you, but in reality, it was the very mechanism that has allowed your inner power to grow. Isolation, trials, and rejection are not indicators of weakness. They are the crucibles in which your spiritual strength is forged. Every time you stood firm when no one was watching, every time you resisted the urge to compromise your values, you were activating the authority that lies dormant within you. That authority is what demons fear the most. You see, chosen one, darkness is not afraid of the weak, the complacent, or the distracted. They are drawn to those who can be manipulated, who can be swayed by fear, anger, or desire. But your spirit is different. Your alignment with heaven makes you immune to ordinary schemes. Your mind is sharpened by divine wisdom. Your heart is fortified by purpose, and your soul is saturated with a power that is both unseen and undeniable. This is why you may sometimes feel pressure in unexpected ways, because the enemy knows the potential you carry, even if the world cannot yet see it. Have you noticed that when you step into faith, when you act according to the guidance of the Most High, opportunities manifest in ways that defy explanation? This is your power in motion. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is a divine response to the alignment of your spirit. Angels are assigned to your path, and even the spiritual forces that oppose you are being recalibrated to recognize your authority. Demons can stalk, deceive, and try to intimidate, but they cannot neutralize what heaven has ordained. Now, consider the effect of your actions on the world around you. Every choice to live with integrity, every act of courage, every moment of unwavering faith sends ripples through both the natural and spiritual realms. You are not just living for yourself, you are living as a beacon of light. Your very presence shifts energy, transforms situations, and reveals hidden truths. And this is precisely why the enemy fears your existence. They know that every step you take is a threat to their agenda, and every decision aligned with your divine calling disrupts their plans. But chosen one, power comes with responsibility. It is not enough to simply recognize your authority. You must wield it wisely, deliberately, and with humility. Your strength is not meant to intimidate or control, it is meant to illuminate, to protect, and to awaken. The pure power you carry is a tool for divine purpose, and the more you understand this, the more effective you become in every realm, natural, spiritual, and emotional. There will be moments of resistance. There will be days when the attacks feel relentless, when doubts creep in, when the world seems determined to test your faith. These moments are not signs of weakness. They are indicators that your power is real and recognized. Every trial is a calibration, every challenge a measure of your alignment. And as you continue to walk faithfully, you will notice that the attacks change. They no longer feel overwhelming. They become predictable, manageable, and ultimately powerless in comparison to the authority that resides within you. Do you see the significance of this? The enemy cannot fight what they cannot understand. They cannot defeat what is protected by heaven, and they cannot intimidate what is grounded in divine purpose. Your power, chosen one, is not contingent on circumstances, is intrinsic, spiritual, and eternal. Every word you speak, every decision you make, every prayer you offer, reinforces the shield around your soul and strengthens the authority that guides your life. Your light also attracts attention, both seen and unseen. The enemy watches, yes, but so do those aligned with heaven. There are forces at work, angels and spiritual allies, who are waiting to respond to your faithfulness. The more you operate in alignment with your calling, the more support you receive. Your victories are not solitary, they are cooperative, divinely orchestrated events where heaven moves in your favor because of the power you carry. And yet, chosen one, you may feel misunderstood. You may feel isolated. You may wonder why your path is different, why your life seems marked by intensity, responsibility, and unseen battles. But this is the hallmark of true power. Those who carry it are never ordinary. Their path is never conventional. They are often misjudged, underestimated, or even envied. And this, paradoxically, is a confirmation that you are moving in alignment with a purpose far greater than yourself. Now, Focus on the fact that your power is not only for protection or personal growth, it is a weapon against the forces that seek to destroy. Every act of faith, every step in truth, every refusal to compromise is a blow against darkness. Demons tremble not only at your potential, but at your actions, your alignment, and your unwavering commitment to the light. They recognize that your presence alone is disruptive to their influence, and that is why they react with fear, anger, and desperation. Chosen one, it is time to embrace this reality fully. Your power is immense. Your alignment is unbreakable. Your soul is untouchable, and your destiny is unstoppable. Every attack you endure, every storm you survive, every betrayal you overcome is not a sign of weakness, it is a testament to the greatness that resides within you. The enemy knows it, heaven knows it, and the world will eventually witness it. As you move forward, remember to cultivate your power intentionally. Pray with focus. Live with integrity. Speak with authority. Guard your heart from corruption. Walk daily in alignment with the Most High, and above all, trust that the spiritual forces around you are actively participating in your protection, guidance, and elevation. Your power is not hypothetically, is operational. It is active, and it is divinely recognized. Finally, chosen one, understand this. Your inner fire, your divine authority, your alignment with heaven, these are not temporary. They are eternal. They cannot be diminished, stolen, or destroyed. You are a chosen vessel, a spiritual warrior, and a beacon of light. Demons fear you because they know the truth. They know you are destined for greatness, and that nothing in the spiritual or natural realm can stop what is written in heaven for you. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why certain people turn cold the moment you enter a room? Or why some individuals who have never even spoken to you seem to treat you like a threat? This isn't always about personality differences, jealousy, or human misunderstanding. Is often a spiritual reaction to the power you carry. Your aura, the invisible atmosphere created by the fire within you, is unsettling to those influenced by darkness. They sense what you carry, even if they don't have the language to describe it. This is the unseen battle you live in. You think you're just going about your day, but in reality, you're disrupting atmospheres without even speaking a word. Your presence exposes lies. Your energy confronts deception. Your spirit convicts the hearts of those who are not aligned with the Most High. And this, chosen one, is why demons fear you. They know that the light within you is not just a flicker, it's a consuming fire. One that strips away their influence and renders their schemes powerless. You may have noticed that when you try to form connections, some people pull away without explanation. Sometimes it feels like rejection and it stings, but in truth, it is protection. The spiritual power inside you repels those who are not meant to walk with you. Demons recognize your mark, and they influence those not aligned with the light to avoid, dismiss, or even betray you. This isolation is not because you are unworthy of love or friendship. It is because your path requires discernment, and only those ordained by heaven can truly walk with you. Think about the patterns in your life. Have you ever noticed how betrayal seemed to come from those you least expected? Or how enemies emerged from people who once praised you? This is not random, it is strategy. The enemy tries to wound you through relationships because they know you carry a heart full of power and love. If they can discourage you, distract you, or tempt you to close your heart, they can weaken the flow of your spiritual authority. But what they fail to understand is that every betrayal, every wound, every rejection has only made you stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Your power has been tested, but never destroyed. Chosen one. Let me remind you of this eternal truth. The authority you carry is not something that can be stolen. It is not dependent on people's approval. It does not shrink because of opposition. On the contrary, opposition activates it. Your power shines brightest in the presence of resistance, because the fire within you was never meant to remain dormant. It is only in the battle that your true strength is revealed, and this is precisely why demons fear you. They know that every attack they launch has the potential to backfire and awaken even greater levels of your divine authority. Look at your life closely. The very areas where you have been attacked the most often hold the key to your greatest power. The enemy doesn't waste resources. If you've been attacked in your finances, it's because you carry the mantle of abundance and stewardship. If you've been attacked in your relationships, it's because you are destined to carry love and influence that transforms others. If you've been attacked in your health, it's because your physical body is meant to be a vessel of endurance, strength, and longevity. The enemy targets your greatest strengths because that's what they fear most. But here's the good news: they cannot win. No matter how many strategies are launched against you, they are fighting a losing battle. You were chosen before the foundations of the world. You were marked with purpose before you were even born, and your destiny is written in ink that no demon can erase. They can try to discourage, they can try to distract, they can even try to delay, but they cannot deny what is already sealed in the spiritual realm. This is why you may feel a heaviness at times, chosen one. The weight of being set apart is real. You are not like everyone else, and your journey will not look like everyone else's. But the very things that make you different are the things that make you powerful. You walk with an inner might that cannot be replicated. You carry a divine presence that cannot be duplicated, and you operate with a resilience that cannot be explained by natural means. You need to see yourself as heaven sees you. Too often, chosen ones underestimate themselves because they focus on their struggles rather than their victories. But heaven looks at you and sees a warrior who has already endured storms that would have destroyed others. Heaven sees someone who has stood against temptation, loneliness, and despair, and still carries the fire of faith. Heaven sees someone who is walking proof that darkness cannot overcome light. And if heaven believes in your power, then you must also rise into that belief. Chosen one, don't ignore the signs. When people can't look you in the eyes, it's because your spirit unsettles what they are hiding. When rooms fall silent after you speak truth, it's because your words carry authority. When you feel attacks intensify before a breakthrough, it's because the enemy knows you are stepping into another level of destiny. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. You are walking in a reality that demons cannot deny. So stand tall, speak boldly, live righteously, and never forget that your very existence is a declaration of war against darkness. The light you carry is unstoppable. The power within you is undeniable. And the demons that stalk you are not a sign of weakness. They are proof of the greatness you carry. Chosen one of the greatest weapons the enemy uses against you is deception. If demons cannot touch the power inside of you, they will try to convince you that it isn't real. They whisper lies that say, you're not strong enough, you're not worthy, you're not chosen. And too often, chosen ones fall into the trap of believing these lies because the battles feel so heavy. But hear me, the very reason you are attacked so relentlessly is because the enemy already knows the truth about you. They know you are dangerous. They know the fire within you is unstoppable. Let's look deeper into this spiritual reality. Why do demons fear what's inside you? Because inside you is not just ordinary strength, is the breath of the Most High. It is the spirit that hovered over the waters of creation. It is the same power that raised the dead, parted seas, and silenced storms. And that power, chosen one, has been placed in you as a vessel. Demons do not fear you because of your personality or your natural abilities. They fear the one who lives inside you. You are not fighting alone. You are walking with the full weight of heaven backing your steps. This is why they launch distractions, temptations, and emotional attacks against you. If they can't remove your power, they will attempt to keep you from realizing it. They want you blind to your own authority. They want you to believe that your prayers are ineffective, that your light is dim, that your purpose doesn't matter. But the truth is the exact opposite. When you pray, the atmosphere shifts. When you speak, strongholds weaken. When you walk in obedience, you open doors that no demon can close. Chosen one, you need to recognize the signs of this spiritual warfare for what they are. When you suddenly feel waves of anxiety with no explanation, that's not just your mind, it's the enemy trying to block your clarity. When you experience sudden losses or betrayals right before a breakthrough, that's not coincidence, that's the enemy panicking because your next step is powerful. When you feel unseen and overlooked, it's not because you are forgotten, it's because you are hidden by God until the right moment. What seems like rejection is often redirection, protection, or preparation. You are a carrier of truth, and truth exposes lies. This is another reason demons fear you. Wherever you go, you carry revelation that cannot be silenced. The enemy thrives in confusion, manipulation, and distortion. But when a chosen one enters the picture, light pierces the shadows, and lies are revealed for what they are. This is why some people cannot stand your presence. You remind them of what they are running from. It is not personal. It is spiritual. Your presence is an alarm to every hidden darkness in the room. And chosen one, you must understand, your journey is not random. The trials you've endured, the betrayals you've suffered, the storms you've survived, none of it has been wasted. Each moment was shaping you, refining you, and equipping you. Like fire purifies gold, your struggles have purified your spirit. This process has been painful, but it has also been necessary. Because the kind of power you carry cannot be cheapened, has to be forged. Every scar you bear is proof that you are still standing when others would have fallen. Every tear you've shed is evidence of a heart that still loves, despite the pain. Every loss you've endured has only cleared space for what God is about to release in your life. The enemy wants you to see yourself as broken, but heaven sees you as battle-tested. The enemy calls you unworthy, but heaven calls you chosen. The enemy says you are weak, but heaven says you are strong. And chosen one, when you begin to agree with heaven's perspective, your life shifts. When you walk in your identity as a chosen vessel, the enemy loses his grip over your mind. When you claim your authority as a child of the Most High, demons tremble. When you refuse to bow to fear, you set entire atmospheres free. Do you realize the ripple effect of your presence? You may think you're just surviving, but every time you choose light over darkness, you are shifting the balance in the spiritual realm. Every prayer you whisper in the night sends shockwaves into the unseen. Every time you forgive instead of retaliating, you weaken the chains of bitterness. Every act of love, every word of truth, every moment of obedience is spiritual warfare. You don't always see the impact, but demons do. That's why they fear you. Chosen one, never forget, The power within you is greater than the power against you. You are not ordinary. You are not here by accident. You are not weak, even when you feel it. Inside you burns a fire that cannot be extinguished, a light that cannot be dimmed, and a truth that cannot be silenced. You carry heaven's DNA. You walk with heaven's authority, and you shine with heaven's glory. So rise, chosen one. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Stop doubting the very essence of who you are. Stop letting the enemy tell you that your voice doesn't matter. It matters more than you know. Speak boldly. Pray with authority. Walk in your purpose without fear, because the same demons that tried to destroy you are the same ones trembling every time you step forward in faith. And remember this: you don't have to wait until you feel ready. You don't have to wait until life looks perfect. The power within you is active right now. The light within you shines even in your weakness. The fire within you burns even in your brokenness. And it is that fire, that truth, that presence of God inside you, that demons cannot stand against. Chosen one, let me take you deeper. The world will often look at you and see only a person, someone walking through life, facing the same challenges as everyone else. But in the spiritual realm, your presence is anything but ordinary. When you step into a room, the atmosphere shifts. The unseen reacts to what is within you, even if the people around you don't consciously notice it. Some may feel drawn to you without understanding why. Others may feel uncomfortable or even hostile toward you, sensing something they cannot explain. This is because the spiritual power inside you cannot be ignored. Demons are not afraid of your earthly identity, your name, or your social status. They are afraid of the divine imprint you carry. You are marked. Spiritually, you bear a seal that declares you are not owned by the darkness. That mark says, "This one belongs to the Most High," and that alone terrifies the enemy, because it means his plans cannot prosper over your life. He can attempt to delay, to distract, to discourage, but he cannot ultimately destroy you. The seal of heaven is stronger than the schemes of hell. That's why so many chosen ones feel like they are magnets for opposition. From childhood, you probably felt different. Maybe you were misunderstood by your family. Maybe peers mocked you, or authority figures tried to silence you. The enemy saw your potential early on and tried to plant seeds of doubt and rejection to stop you from ever realizing your worth. Every attack you endured was never random, it was targeted. The enemy does not waste his energy on those who pose no threat. He came after you because he saw the future you couldn't yet see. He saw the great power hidden inside you. And chosen one, here is a truth you must embrace. The same power that causes demons to fear you is the same power that causes blessings to follow you. That power attracts divine favor. It opens doors you did not knock on. It creates opportunities you didn't ask for. It positions you in rooms you didn't think you qualified for. Why? Because the Most High is orchestrating every step. Your life is not dictated by chance, is guided by purpose. Even when you feel like you've taken detours or fallen off track, God is still weaving everything together to bring you back to destiny. Think of how many times you should have fallen and didn't. How many times destruction was near but passed you by. How many times people thought you were finished, but you rose again. That is the evidence of the great power inside you. Your survival is proof that heaven's hand is upon you, and survival is only the beginning. Chosen ones are not just called to endure, they are called to transform. You were not chosen simply to exist, you were chosen to lead, to heal, to restore, to shift the environment around you. The enemy wants to keep you small, boxed in, silent, and hidden. But chosen one, when you begin to step fully into your identity, nothing can contain you. The light in you grows brighter, and that brightness exposes every shadow. That is why people will sometimes suddenly distance themselves or turn against you. It's not because you did something wrong. It's because your light revealed what they tried to keep hidden. Your very presence is a mirror. It reflects truth, and not everyone is ready to face that truth. But don't shrink back. Don't dim your light just to keep others comfortable. Don't apologize for being who God made you to be. You were never meant to blend in, you were meant to stand out. Your uniqueness is your weapon. Your authenticity is your armor. Your obedience is your power. And when you walk in that truth, you become untouchable in ways that the enemy cannot explain or counter. Let's be real, chosen ones often walk through seasons of isolation. It feels lonely, confusing, and painful. But in the silence of that isolation, something powerful happens. You are refined. When others are distracted by noise, you are sharpened by stillness. When others are busy chasing the world, you are being equipped by heaven. That's why the enemy fights your solitude so hard. He fills it with thoughts of unworthiness, depression, and doubt, hoping you'll break before the transformation is complete. But if you endure, chosen one, you emerge from that fire carrying an authority that cannot be faked or imitated. Every trial, every valley, every storm you've walked through has given you spiritual authority. Authority is not bought, it's not handed down, it's earned through experience with God. When you have seen Him rescue you, when you have watched Him make a way where there was none, when you've stood in the middle of chaos and felt His peace, that's when authority is born. Demons fear you because your authority isn't theoretically, it's lived. You carry testimonies they cannot erase, scars they cannot explain, and resilience they cannot break. And let's talk about your voice. Chosen one, never underestimate the power of your words. When you speak, you release what is inside you. That's why the enemy works overtime to silence you. He doesn't want you to pray, to declare, to speak life, because he knows every word carries weight. Your words are like arrows in the spirit. They pierce through lies, cut through strongholds, and release freedom. When you open your mouth with faith, demons scatter. That's why they try to fill your mind with insecurity and self-doubt. Because if they can silence your voice, they can mute your impact. But you, chosen one, were not made to be silent. You were made to proclaim, to intercede, to declare truth boldly. Your words carry heaven's echo. Your prayers shake the unseen. Your declarations shift destinies. Every time you speak in alignment with the Most High, you are reinforcing your authority and reminding the enemy of his defeat. So, stand firm, chosen one. The great power inside you is not for tomorrow, is for today. The enemy is already defeated, and your life is living proof of it. You are the evidence of God's faithfulness. You are the embodiment of His strength, and you are the weapon hell fears the most. Chosen one, here is the final truth you must hold close. You were never meant to fight from a place of fear. You fight from a place of victory. Demons already know they've lost. Their trembling at your presence is not because of who you are in the flesh, but because of who you are in the Spirit. The Spirit of the Most High lives inside you, and that alone makes you a threat to everything dark. They remember the authority given to you. They recognize the anointing covering you. They see the holy fire burning within you that cannot be extinguished. Think about it. Why would the enemy invest so much effort in trying to discourage you, break you, distract you, or silence you if you weren't carrying something powerful? Why would he send storm after storm if your destiny wasn't monumental? He fights you because he fears what you're becoming. He fears the moment you fully awaken to the truth of your identity. He fears the day you stop questioning your worth and start walking in your authority. That day, chosen one, is the enemy's worst nightmare. But here's the divine twist. You don't have to wait until you feel ready to step into this reality. You are already armed, already covered, already marked by heaven. The very fact that you are listening to these words right now is proof. You've been chosen, sealed, and set apart for a purpose greater than you can yet imagine. The enemy knows it, and that's why every battle in your life has been more intense than those around you. But remember this: greater battles mean greater crowns. Greater resistance means greater calling. Chosen one, your light has never been ordinary. It is a holy light, the kind that pierces darkness even when you don't realize it. Some of you walk into rooms and people glance at you without knowing why they can't stop staring. Some people avoid you because your presence disturbs their demons. Others cling to you because your spirit feels like home. This is not random, it's the manifestation of the power inside you. You don't just carry light, you are light, and darkness cannot coexist with it. That's why demons fear you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're protected. They know they cannot cross the bloodline drawn around you by the Most High. They know every time they try to touch you, heaven responds. Even in moments where it felt like you were abandoned, you were never unprotected. You survived things others didn't because of the covering you carry. You overcame storms meant to destroy you because the fire inside you could not be put out. That fire was not lit by man, so man cannot extinguish it. Listen, chosen one, the power inside you is not loud, flashy, or boastful. It's steady, consistent, unshakable. It's the kind of strength that endures when others fall apart. It's the kind of peace that confuses those around you because they cannot understand how you remain calm in chaos. It's the kind of faith that rises even when everything looks hopeless. That's the real power. Not just miracles or signs, but the quiet authority that says, I know who I belong to, and nothing can change that. But let me remind you, this power was not given to you to hide. It was given to you to walk in boldly. The enemy hopes you will spend your life doubting yourself, shrinking back, or comparing your journey to others. But your path was never supposed to look like theirs. Your anointing is unique. Your calling is specific, and your light shines differently. That's why you can't afford to water yourself down. Chosen one, you must embrace all that you are, all that you carry, and all that heaven has placed inside you. Yes, the road will still come with battles. Being chosen does not mean being exempt from struggle. But here is the secret. The struggles you face are no longer about survival. They're about revelation. Each battle reveals more of the authority you carry. Each storm uncovers another layer of your strength. Each attack proves again that you cannot be destroyed. Demons fear you not just because of the fire you carry, but because they know the more they attack, the stronger you become. What was meant to break you only builds you. What was sent to silence you only sharpens your voice. This is why you must never fear demons, chosen one. They fear you. They recognize your name in the spirit. They recognize your prayers, your faith, your perseverance. They know that every time you rise again, their defeat becomes more obvious. You are the reminder that no matter what they try, the victory belongs to God. So today, Lift your head higher. Walk with confidence. Speak with authority. Pray with fire. Live with boldness. You don't need to chase validation. You already carry heaven's approval. You don't need to fear the future, it's already secured. You don't need to wonder if you're enough, you've already been chosen. The fire in you is unstoppable, unshakable, and undeniable. Chosen one, you are the storm demons hoped would never rise. You are the fire they hoped would burn out, but only grows hotter. You are the vessel of the Most High, carrying great power, holy light, and unbreakable authority. That's why they fear you. That's why they try to stop you. But they can't. They never could. And they never will. Chosen one, if these words spoke to your spirit, it's not by accident. You were meant to hear this. Your light, your fire, your authority are not of this world, and demons already know they can't stop you. But this is only the beginning of your awakening. Don't walk this journey alone. Stand with the family of the chosen. Hit subscribe right now and step fully into the community where your spirit is fed. Your fire is fanned and your destiny is confirmed. Every message is a reminder of who you are and the unstoppable power you carry. Don't just listen, claim your place. Subscribe today, chosen one. Stay armored, stay ready, and let the fire inside you burn brighter than ever.